If you're in the United States and have been waiting for a 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5, well, the day has finally come. Sales have finally begun, cars are showing up at dealerships, and there's already been a few sales. So today we're going to take a look at Hyundai's website because they recently updated it. You can now build your Ioniq 5, so you can spec it out with the color, everything, check inventory. We'll also look at what incentives are available, and I'll also reveal which trim I'm gonna get. So if you guys wanna find out more, then stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's the Ioniq Guy. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Corbin and I cover all things Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis EV related. And this is a day I know a lot of you have been waiting for. The updated 2025 Ioniq 5 is now on sale. And I know based on some posts online that some people have taken delivery now. It looks like Southern California, some limited rear-wheel drives. Good to know they are making a lot of limited rear-wheel drives. I know that was a hard trim to come by when the car first went on sale, but it seems like they're making a lot of them now. But if you want one, you're gonna have to go to a southern state right now because they're pretty much all located like south of Oklahoma. Everything north is basically all-wheel drive, and it doesn't seem like all-wheel drives have hit dealer lots yet. I've seen maybe one or two that might have arrived early. I've reached out to those dealerships but haven't gotten responses. That's at least for the limited trim. It does appear there might be a few more SEL all-wheel drives on the lots at this time. And just yesterday, Hyundai updated their website. You can now see all 2025 Ioniq 5 inventory. You can build one. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at the builder because there's a few new colors that up until now we haven't really seen. All right, so here's the Hyundai homepage. You can see if you scroll through here, there's the 2025 Ioniq 5. And so let's learn more. So here you go. You can see starting at 42.5 up to 318 miles of range with the rear-wheel drive variant. You can see that the charge time is up 2 minutes versus the existing model, 10 to 80% in 20 minutes. Scrolling down now, they have some more information about using a 350 kilowatt DC fast charger, or if you want to use a version 3 or version 4 Tesla supercharger, 10 to 80% in about 30 minutes. If you have the small battery SE standard range, that'll be 24 minutes at a Tesla supercharger. And then 10 to 100% in 7 hours and 20 minutes on a 11 kilowatt home level 2 charger. This is all information I've discussed in previous videos. I'll have links in the description to those videos if you want to find out all the details. So access to over 17,000 Tesla superchargers. That should be opening on January 15th for existing owners if you have an adapter. Supposedly, these 2025 Ioniq 5s should be able to go up to a Tesla supercharger today, plug in, and be able to charge without an adapter. But it's still so fresh on the market that I don't think anybody's tested yet. If you're watching this video and you have one and you have tested, let me know down in the comment section. But when I get mine, I will be doing a full testing video just on that. So for 2025, they've eliminated the 2 years of unlimited free Electrify America charging. So for 2025 Ioniq 5, buyers and lessees can get a $400 charge point out of home charging credit, or you can get a ChargePoint Home Flex Level 2 EV charger. I would definitely take the $400 charge point credit because here at my apartment complex, we have ChargePoint chargers. So that would pay for my charging for at least a few months. You can see here a visualization of just how long the wheelbase of the Ioniq 5 is, 4 inches longer than the Hyundai Palisade, which is a big car. And then there's some other stuff down here. Here's the trim information, but we will go into the builder in just a second. Some photos. There's the XRT trim, which I am not seeing a ton of, so I'm not sure they're building them in super high volume yet. They might just be testing the waters to see how well they're going to sell. That's just pure speculation, but I personally have not seen any listed for sale in New England or my general area. It's basically an off-road variant of the Ioniq 5. You get a little bit higher lift, some XRT all-terrain tires and wheels, an interesting looking front and rear overhang, and then some blacked out cladding on the exterior. So that's about it for the page here. Let's build one out and price it. So here you can see it's defaulting to the SE standard range, which I will not be buying. So I've been going back and forth and I've pretty much decided I'm going top trim this time. I want to have all the bells and whistles. I want to be able to cover all of that here on the channel. And with the SEL trim, I just can't do that. I've gotten a lot of grief from people for not getting the limited trim when I first got the car in 2022. So I'm going to go limited this time and we'll build my Ioniq 5 limited. So here's the color choices for 2025. You've got Abyss Black, Atlas White Matte, which I've seen before when I was testing the Genesis GV60 last year. Really like that color. Lucid Blue, that's a carryover. Cyber Gray is another carryover. Digital Teal is the color of my car. Atlas White, which is another carryover. Gravity Gold Matte, another carryover. Celadon Gray Matte is a new color for 2025. Kind of interesting. It's kind of like a greenish hue. Be interested to see it in person. And then Ecotronic Gray Matte. This is a new color for this year. It kind of replaces the previous gray color. I can't think of it right now for some reason. So which color am I going with? Well, if you've been watching the channel for any length of time, you know I am obsessed with digital teal, so I gotta go digital teal. Now, what about interior color? So again, I am obsessed with the dark green interior. It's what I have on my current SEL. It looks like they've tweaked the colors a little bit. So down here now you have this black piece that goes across the door panel. And yeah, I just really like that green tone. So I'm going dark green again. Never been a fan of black interiors. It's just too much black. Granted, the limited trim does have the panoramic glass roof, so it lets in a bit of light, and then you have the light headliner, but I just really like the look of the dark green. All right, down to powertrain. So this is where I have been going back and forth for a bit. I did poll you guys, and the vast majority say go all-wheel drive. And I've pretty much decided if I'm going top trim, I want top trim. And I want all that power that I currently have with my SEL. If I want range for a drive, I'll take out my Ioniq 6 SE rear-wheel drive that can do almost 400 miles. So we're going all-wheel drive this time. So let's finish my build. So there she is, 2025 Ioniq 5 Limited, $59,575. So prices are up for 2025 on the limited trim, unfortunately. The limited trim does start at $54,200 if you get rear wheel drive. If I did go with that, I would have qualified for the Massachusetts state incentives, but I do only want to lease it for 24 months. And if I do get the incentives, you have to lease it for 36 months. So down here, we'll see special offers for finance and cash. So as it stands today, Hyundai is still giving $7,500 as a discount on the car. Now, you can't combine that with their low APR deal of 0.99 for 60 months. So it's one or the other. If you get your own financing or paying cash, you can get that $7,500 off. Here we are on the lease offers page. You can see 2025 Ioniq 5 SE standard range. If we go all the way up to the limited, $339 per month for 24 months with $4,000 down. That includes that $7,500 lease bonus. So that is for the limited rear-wheel drive. If you want the limited all-wheel drive, I would expect it to be maybe $40, $50 more, so probably closer to $400 per month, which for me is still a little bit cheaper than what I financed my 2022 Ioniq 5 SEL at. So I'm basically sold on leasing just from a month-to-month cost perspective. But, you know, I mean, part of me does kind of want to buy just so that I'm not hampered by any potential lease issues. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm really tempted to double dip on that $7,500 while I still can. When the new administration takes office in the next 12 days now, who knows what's going to happen? It could just evaporate. It could take a year before they're able to do anything to get rid of it. We just really don't know. So if you are really interested in double dipping, I would say try and find the dealership in the next week and go out and get one of these cars now. SEL rear-wheel drive, $239 per month with $4K down. SE all-wheel drive, $269 with $4K down. And then the SE standard range, $199 per month with $4K down. So lease incentives really aren't that much worse than 2024 models are right now. So clicking over here, you can see the limited trim right now is $299 per month with $4K down. So you're only talking a difference of $40 per month to get the new updated model. So those are current incentives for January. Those end on February 3rd. Now let's search for inventory because right now it's pretty sparse. So finding one of these might be a little tricky, at least if you want a limited all-wheel drive trim, which is what I've been looking for. I've had feelers out at many dealerships over the last week or so since we started seeing in the evfinder.com that stock was going to be showing up any day now. So here, this is searching around Colorado because this is where I've found the most cars to be available right now. So that's the Denver zip code, and I'm searching for a 250-mile radius. You can see SE, SEL, SEL, lots of SELs. Estimated arrival dates of the middle of the month, about a week from today. Seems like most of the all-wheel drives are due in about a week. If you search by @dealership only, you will see there are currently 60 matches within 250 miles of Denver. So if you do want an SE or SEL, it does look like there are some on dealer lots. This is McDonald Hyundai, Champ Hyundai, Arapahoe Hyundai. And then if we search by limited trim and interior color, which is the dark green, which is what I want, you'll see only 8 matches currently that are at dealerships. If I open that up to still in transit, you'll see there's quite a few other options. So if I narrow it down to just digital teal with the dark green interior, there's only 1 is showing up as available at a dealership. And if I remove that, then there's 5 showing up in the next 2 weeks. Wow, this one's all the way in April. So yeah, they're out there. You just have to do your due diligence and contact some dealerships. I've been emailing with probably 12 to 15 dealerships trying to find the first one available in the US. Either going to be most likely flying out to either Colorado, Minnesota, or Wisconsin to pick up one of these cars. Basically just who can get me one of these cars the quickest, because I really want to start testing them and sharing that information on the channel. I've kind of decided that even though I really want digital teal exterior, if I had to sacrifice one thing, it would be exterior color, but I will not sacrifice on the dark green interior. But the good thing for 2025 is more colors of the car are available with dark green. It used to just be digital teal and shooting star matte. That was the gray color that I forgot before. Now you can get it in Atlas white. You can get it in cyber gray, possibly another one or two. Don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, you can get the dark green interior with more exterior colors. So I might settle for a different exterior color if it comes down to availability. So again, links in the description to my videos that go into way more detail about all the changes for the 2025 Ioniq 5. Let me know down in the comments section how the hunt is going for you if you're trying to find one right now. If you're a dealership and have a digital teal with dark green interior, limited all-wheel drive coming in, and you want to help get me it, let me know. So expect a lot of content, especially if I do fly out to Colorado or Minnesota. I'm going to be putting this car through its paces the day I pick it up. So it's going to be buy the car and immediately do possibly 2,000 miles from Colorado back to Boston. And I think that's going to be a really great way to really experience this new updated version. And assuming Tesla superchargers are working right now with the car, I will definitely be testing out that NAX port at some superchargers. So that's it for today. If you guys liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my store at ioniqguy.com for accessories for your Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis EV. I'm obviously going to be checking to make sure that the door lock device will work with the 2025 Ioniq 5 because this new car still doesn't automatically lock the doors. So expect to know about that in the next few weeks if you're interested in buying one for your new car. Consider becoming a channel member for as little as 99 cents per month. For $3 per month, you can gain access to all of my videos before anybody else does. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.